Hello and welcome to the PhoneBurner training. This is the Don't Be Complicated training series. I am the host, Jeff Osnes. If you need to reach out to me, you can shoot me an email directly, jeff@phoneburner.com. Once again, jeff@phoneburner.com. And today I'm going to do a quick demo of PhoneBurner. Okay, so we're going to do a quick run through of just a basic demo of how PhoneBurner works so that you can get a good feel start to finish of using this system. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you real quickly how to record a voicemail. I know I've done a specific recording on this, but we're going to do that real quickly. We're going to go to Dial Sessions. We're going to click on PhoneBurner Settings. We're going to go to the Voicemail Library. And here you'll see the instructions for recording a voicemail. You've got two options. Option one is to use your telephone. It works very similar to how you would record a voicemail greeting on your cell phone. You've got a phone number, a PIN, you call the number, enter the PIN, follow the prompt. The main thing to remember when you're recording a voicemail is to pretend that you're actually leaving a voicemail on somebody else's answering machine. Get yourself in that mind frame, so that when it's time to record it, your energy is up and you've got everything in place. So you may want to practice it out loud a few times to kind of get into the rhythm that you would normally be in when you're making outbound calls. But try to record a voicemail just as you would leave it on somebody else's machine, obviously without their name. And then option two is you can take a recording that you've done outside of the system and saved as an MP3 and then upload it using option two. So those are your two options to get voicemails into the system. You can have multiple voicemails in your account. You don't just have to have one. You can have as many voicemails as you'd like in your account. It's just at the start of every dial session, you're actually going to choose which voicemail you want to use for that session. So with that said, let's actually do a quick dial session. We're going to go to Contacts. And in your Contact Manager, by default, you'll just have a contacts folder most likely, but you can create multiple categories or folders that you want, and you can organize your contacts in those different folders. And when you're ready to begin a dial session, you go to the folder that you want to call, and you select the contacts you want to start calling. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a group of contacts here. Now, right now, I'm selecting 100 contacts. You can see I'm showing 100 contacts per page, but you can change that to 10 contacts, 25, 50, 100, 200. You can select any one of these options for total number of contacts per page, and then you can select a whole page at a time. And then all of those contacts will be queued up in the dial session. So I'm going to go ahead and select those contacts and press the Begin Dial Session button. At this point, I've got the dial session window up. I can select my phone script. I can select the voicemail I want to use for this dial session. I can select the disposition set. Now, each of these I've done specific trainings on, so we're not going to go into depth on any of this stuff. But after you've set up your disposition sets, you've got all your settings done here, you're ready to continue. At this point, we just need to call in and connect to PhoneBurner. One of the great things about PhoneBurner is it does not require any special equipment. You don't have to figure out how to plug anything into your computer. I know I've got some guys that run phone rooms that use PhoneBurner, and you don't have to worry about your guys figuring out how to plug headsets in and make sure things are turned on right. They just use a phone like they're used to. A normal phone, they just call into the system. So we're going to go ahead and call this number that you see on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and three-way in. Okay, so what you're seeing here is actually a dial session that has previously been recorded. It's one of our sales guys that did this dial session. I've muted all of the audio out there, so you're not going to hear any audio. You're just going to see the activity that's going on. It's going to be for the next 14 minutes, 15 minutes. It's actually a 60-minute dial session that's been condensed down, so you're actually seeing it in a little bit faster time than you would normally. But it's going to give you a good idea of how quickly you can move from call to call. I believe he gets through 31 calls during this dial session and has several great conversations. So you'll see notes as he adds them in there and schedules follow-up appointments. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to turn on some background noise, some background music, so it's not boring to just sit there and watch this without any audio. But I hope you enjoy. Otherwise, you can fast forward to the end. Now just sit back and enjoy. Okay, so we're coming up to the last 20 seconds of this dial session. You can see it was about 59 minutes, give or take. The dial session made it through 31 calls, so great dial session to kind of give you an idea of how to navigate using the buttons and everything during a dial session. A couple other things that I'd like to point out. You can always go into your dial sessions tab. You can review any past dial sessions you've done. You can complete dial sessions that you didn't quite finish. You can always run any reports based off of any time frame that you want to look for. And so you can run a report for a week, a day, a month, a year, and see how many dials you've done, how many live answers you've done, how much time you've actually spent on the phone talking to contacts and emails and voicemails and all that good stuff. So, and that's a quick demo or overview of how PhoneBurner works. Once again, let's cover the pricing. We have two account levels. We have a PhoneBurner 7.5 hour, which is $67.50 a month. It includes 450 minutes of usage each month. And then the PhoneBurner Unlimited is $149 a month. You can use it all day long. And then if you are a group, if you have a sales team, and you're buying multiple accounts, and we do offer discounts on the unlimited based off the total number of accounts that you have. So the more accounts you have, the deeper the discount. If you don't have a PhoneBurner account, you need to get a PhoneBurner account today. You can do that at phoneburner.biz. And happy dialing.